I am not, nor have I ever been, a professional Call of Duty player. And usually when it comes to professional esports level Call of Duty stuff, I don't give a shit. But this actually kind of correlates to what I've been saying about the standard public matches of Call of Duty for a long time. So yes, if you're coming here for a pro player's opinion, you're not gonna get it. I am a casual Call of Duty player, I'm an FPS enthusiast, and I've had a single gripe about Call of Duty that's at least been consistent from every title from Modern Warfare 3 up and through Call of Duty World War II. This complaint has had various degrees of my frustration. Some games it doesn't bother me as much, some games it bothers me a hell of a lot. For the purpose of this video, I'm just going to act as if it's all frustrating and I'm not going to take into account the context of each Call of Duty game from Modern Warfare 3 to Call of Duty World War II. This video would be much longer than it needs to be if that was the case. So I was reading this article about a difference in opinion between Slasher and nadeshot. So we're talking about the player, Slasher, and the CEO of 100 Thieves, nadeshot. So it says here that Slasher asked his fans if Call of Duty would be better off removing snipers from competitive search and destroy. He said, "Am I the only one that thinks competitive SND would be 100 times better without snipers, or if they aimed in slower?" And this is funny because between all those Call of Duty games I listed earlier, I have said that the snipers need to aim down sight slower. In my opinion, and this might not be popular, Black Ops 1 had it right. The snipers in Black Ops 1 are high risk, high reward. They're clunky and they're slow, but if you're using the PSG or L96 in Black Ops 1, you will be rewarded with a beautiful, consistent one-shot, well, maybe not consistent, but a one-shot kill. Black Ops 1 isn't known for the most consistent time to kill with the sniper rifles, but other than that, I do think that Black Ops 1 has the sniper handling down perfectly. Let's face it, Call of Duty snipers are pretty fucking ridiculous. I mean, they're consistent one-shot kills to like the chest up or stomach up, sometimes fucking groin region up. And you can just put them on any class and use them anytime. In Halo, the snipers have to be found around the maps, and they have to hit the head in order to get a one-shot kill. Other than that, it just pops shields. In Battlefield, you have bullet travel time, bullet drop, and has to be a headshot. Titanfall, Doom, Destiny, hell, even Star Wars Battlefront. They all have harder to use sniper rifles than Call of Duty. Call of Duty sniper rifles are incredibly fun to use, but they're also incredibly lenient with how you have to use them. For the most part, it's put crosshair around the mid-region of the enemy player, pull the trigger, you have a kill. But nadeshot chimed in, and boy do I love it when nadeshot chimes into things, because he clearly has no passion for Call of Duty as a video game that he enjoys playing anymore. At least that's not the vibe I get from anything he's done in the last 4 years. The article goes on to say that nadeshot replied saying while he understood Slasher's idea was meant to improve the competitiveness of the game, he felt like it would lessen the entertainment value of the esport. Nadeshot said, "You can't forget the entertainment is absolutely necessary and there's nothing better than seeing huge snipes in SND." Wow, nadeshot's really grown up. From player to CEO. It's so impressive to see. Because when one person says, hey, maybe these snipers are too easy and they take a lot of the fun out of SND and they make it a lot less competitive, and nadeshot comes along and says, but the audience loves seeing it. It's like, wow, that is the most disconnected thing I have ever heard a gamer say. And you really can tell he's grown because he clearly doesn't give a shit about how the game plays, he cares about what the audience likes to see. And fair enough, being a CEO has its own set of responsibilities, yada yada yada. So nadeshot said, "I think Call of Duty becomes less exciting if snipers are removed from competitive, although true, competitiveness is important. You can't forget that entertainment is absolutely necessary, and there's nothing better than seeing huge snipes in SND, IMO." See, this is funny to me, because I've always thought that about snipers in Call of Duty competitive. They're so easy to use. And if you get a competitive player who is like 100 times better than the average Call of Duty player, and you give them snipers that are 100 times easier to use than any other FPS's sniper rifles, I don't think it's entertaining at all. I think it's fucking stupid. I've always thought Call of Duty snipers need to have a drastic change. I don't know if they need to be headshot only, but I think they should get rid of the snipers that are like groin up kills. I think they need to aim down sight slower. I think aim assist should only activate at long range or while completely aim down sight. I hate when people round the corner on me in a public match. I'm just playing TDM, I have an assault rifle, I start to aim down sight and shoot, I get one hit marker, maybe two, and then I'm immediately taken out of the game by a sniper. I mean, I just played like Team Deathmatch and Free-for-All and Domination and Hardpoint and all that shit in public matches, and it's frustrating to me. When playing SND, a no respawn game mode, for fucking money, I imagine that's really obnoxious. But Slasher replied, "I know from a viewer perspective you are right. I just dislike the fact that you're not risking anything pulling out a sniper class. For example, in Counter-Strike you are risking 5,000 of your economy to use it. COD, it's free every round. He's directly comparing it to Counter-Strike, and I like that he's doing that. He's not just talking about COD as if it's the only thing that exists, and that's true. In Counter-Strike, you have to spend money on it, and if you die, you lose the money you spent on that gun. There's a risk-reward factor there. Whereas with Call of Duty, you could just, I don't know if this is banned in Pro League, but I think Overkill was at least around in Black Ops 2, because people would have an MSMC and a ballista or a DSR. That was funny. The article says that Slasher feels the benefits of pulling out a sniper rifle and search and destroy heavily outweigh the potential negatives, with sniper rifles generally killing enemies in one shot. So, exactly, there should be a heavier penalty for bringing it out and not being successful with it. I don't know if Call of Duty should adopt a pick and ban system for weapons, or a economy system like Counter-Strike. I don't know, but maybe snipers do need to be banned from competitive. I'm gonna stop talking about that now. I'm not a competitive player and they can deal with their own shit. I do think it's really funny that nadeshot's like, look, I know you want the game to be more balanced, I know you're talking about the game being competitive, I get that, but the viewers, man, it's like fucking hell, like not even giving a shit about the game anymore. It's like, I get it, but from a viewer's perspective, like they really like seeing the snipes, man. Like coming from the CEO, it's kind of like he's treating the players like show dogs. It's like, look, I know you want to lie down and show your belly, but some people are grossed out by dog bellies, so we're gonna have you, you know, put your paw out. We're gonna have you sit up straight and put your paw out. They like that a lot better. Just don't put it too high. It'll look like you're hailing Hitler, and you know, Count Dank will be put in jail. That got weird. Either way, I don't know. That aside, I've thought for a while that Call of Duty snipers, there's too much reward for them. There's not enough risk. Yeah, you drop some of your versatility. Obviously, it's a sniper rifle. But there are people that spend the time learning how to abuse the sniper rifles. And if your argument is that, well, it takes skill to be able to be extremely proficient with it, and by that I mean being able to use it in close range, long range, whether you want a hard scope, quick scope, no scope, and you know, be an all-around aggressive sniping player, okay, it takes skill to get there? Fair enough. If your argument is that it takes skill, then what's wrong with someone saying, well, maybe it should be a little bit, I don't know, harder. Maybe if you're gonna put the time in anyway to learn how to abuse a rifle outside of its actual use, then put in a little bit more time, because it's gonna be a little bit harder for you to literally take a long-range weapon and just abuse the fuck out of it. I don't care how good you are at sniping, you have to know that filling up the kill feed consistently in games like Modern Warfare 3 or Black Ops 2 or Infinite Warfare or Black Ops 3, just filling the kill feed with sniper kills over and over and over again consistently, you must have noticed that that's not probably how that should work. And I'm not saying other categories of weapons, or reg guns as some of you people call them, I'm not saying those don't have their problems too. In fact, I've made an entire video asking if Call of Duty has an assault rifle problem, and in that video I basically asked, are assault rifles too good at too many things? Are they good at long range, close range, mid range? Are some of them just too versatile, and is that why most people pick assault rifles? I've said it before in Black Ops 2, I don't really feel like I need to use an SMG in Black Ops 2 because the Scar H with quick draw, stock, and dexterity exists. Kill you up close, and god, the Scar will kill you at long range too. So I've made videos talking about that. I'm just saying, I think this Slasher guy that I don't think I've heard about before today, I think he has a point. Maybe the snipers in Call of Duty are just too versatile and too easy to use, when especially when put in the hands of a pro player. Pro players play Call of Duty for a living. They eat, sleep, and shit Call of Duty. They could kick your ass with an assault rifle, an SMG, a pistol, or a shotgun, give them a sniper rifle, and a sniper rifle that's pretty lenient in its usage. I mean, I just don't think this Slasher guy is off his rocker. The competitive side of it is a little out of my depth, but I can relate to what he's saying as a public match player. As a casual public match player, I can relate to what he's saying. I don't think sniper rifles should be useless or super unintuitive. I just think they need to have a higher risk for the reward. Trade some of that snappy versatility for some more methodical play. If you want to take me out 10 times in a row with a sniper rifle, that's fine if you're using it like a sniper rifle as a high risk, high reward, one-shot kill weapon. That's a pretty high reward. And where's the risk? I mean, you lose some of your versatility, that's for sure, and you need to be way more precise than the average player. And that's true for every FPS game. Snipers are going to require you to be much more precise than the average guy. But out of all of the shooters I play, Call of Duty has the easiest sniping. So yeah, it might require you to be more precise than an LMG or a shotgun user, but is it really requiring that much of you? Are you really risking your whole match when you pick a sniper? No. Not if you've put in a decent amount of practice with it. And I don't even mean practice like abusing it. I just mean getting decent at, like, you know, timing your shots, which is all sniping in Call of Duty is my crosshair over him? Yes, pull the trigger. Is my crosshair over him? No, don't pull the trigger. I don't know, I think I've made my point. I think I'm done talking now. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this for whatever reason. And if you did, leave a like and let me know what you think about snipers in the comment section below. Am I talking out of my depth here, or do you agree with me that maybe snipers have been a little too easy, a little too versatile, and not enough risk for the reward? Because that's what I think. And if you think the same way, let me know. If you don't, let me know as well. And this video was a little bit messy. I apologize. I was just kind of going off of my thoughts and opinions, and I didn't really write a script for this one, so sorry about that. I'll see you when I see you guys. Goodbye. You guys really like that building.